Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan, and today I am excited to introduce something new, an evolution of what used to exist as the Pyroscope app or the Pyroscope UI. If you've been using Pyroscope for a while, particularly either a year before now or earlier, you're probably familiar with this UI, which was something that we really iterated on a lot in order to provide some value in people being able to analyze their profiling data, group it by your entire system, be able to see it, how it performs over time, look at labels, all of these things that have become very important to continuous profiling. And this used to exist as a standalone app that came with the Pyroscope server when you started running it. And as of a year ago, we were acquired by Grafana. We joined the Grafana team where now we have basically moved this Pyroscope app. We have improved it in many ways, but moved it into Grafana, where now it is alongside your metrics, logs, traces, load tests, the other data that you have in Grafana. And this was one of the main reasons that we decided to join Grafana, because we really saw a lot of value in being able to have your profiling data alongside all your other observability data. And so this is the new UI. We also have kind of revamped the flow of how you explore your profiling data, and hence why we have called it the Explore Profiles app. And basically, what this means is that now, whether you're going in for a very targeted approach for something that you know is wrong, an incident you're debugging, something along those lines, or if it's more of a proactive approach where you're just exploring some areas where you can cut CPU costs, or some areas where you can save on memory resources, regardless of which direction you're going, or which use case you're using profiling for, this app allows you to kind of go any of those directions. And so I wanted to really quickly go through what's different here. First of all, the concept that you'll notice is that you're always sort of starting with a bird's eye view of something and presented with some data that will allow you to choose where you want to drill into. And so in this case, I've selected this rideshare application as my favorite. Let's say there is an incident going on in this rideshare application. I can either choose profile types, labels, or the flame graph for this application to drill into. Let's start with profile types. So basically what this allows you to see is it allows you to see all the various profile types for this application alongside each other. And this is something that we got a lot of feedback on, that a lot of people wanted to do, because let's say, for example, you're debugging a memory leak, but memory leaks aren't always totally isolated to memory. Maybe there's something going on in the garbage collection that's affecting CPU, or there's some other profile type that's affected. This allows you to kind of see all of these either in grid form, in row form, see them all side by side in order to look into exactly what's going on. And so in this case, let's say we are looking at CPU profiles and we want to see if there's any particular labels that are important. Now we can click on this labels button. Now we're looking at CPU profiles broken down by the various labels for this application. In this case, we see we have three. There's the region, the span name. This is an example where we are actually integrated with our span profiles integration that lets you connect trace spans with profiles. We also have the vehicle tab here, whatever. But this really allows you to see what's going on. Again, from a high level view, see that the north region is consuming more resources than the other two. We can select this, we can drill in, and we can even still, as we could before, compare things. And so here I can compare two of those regions side by side, and in this case get a diff flame graph and be able to understand exactly what's going on. We also have our explain flame graph feature, which uses the LLM map in Grafana in order to provide LLM, provided explanations about what's going on in the application. And so all of these things take advantage of the various pieces that are already included in Grafana. And that's why we have decided to release this here. So definitely try it out. It's available today, and looking forward to hearing your feedback. Thanks.